Today I'm going to be taking a look at the EMAX Babyhawk 2 Analog Edition. This guy was kind of soft released. In other words, I didn't know that it existed, where usually EMAX, they send the products to reviewers. We are given an embargo, which means that we have to release our videos on a particular date and time or after that. It didn't happen with this guy, and I think the reason for that might be, and this is speculation because I didn't get a clear answer off EMAX. You see, they released this guy as just an HD model originally, which I think surprised us all, because up until that point EMAX's Bynum flies had all been analog, so you'd think that when they brought out an HD model they would also have an analog version, but they didn't. They just released it with the embargo and everything as the HD version, and it is one of my favourite quadcopters. I take it everywhere with me, the HD version. It can carry the Cadex Peanut, Naked GoPro, 850 mAh battery. You can get like 7-minute flight time or 20-minute flight time with a Lion. 3.5 inches, sort of broke the mold, but yeah, they've brought out this analog version as a soft release, and I think it might be because when the HD version come out, you could get the frame, and so I think a lot of people probably bought the frame to build their own analog version, put their own components onto it, and maybe they didn't want to jeopardize the sales of the frame, so yeah, this one got soft released. But anyways, it feels so much lighter than the HD edition, of course, because we don't have the Cadex Vista in there. So let's talk about the specs. So the guts are the same and the motor the same. They are the Eco EMAX brand, and they are 3700 kV 1404, very nice quiet motor. These were a bit controversial when it came out, because it being the first 3.5 inch propeller, I think they ran out of stock, or they were hard to get hold of. Now this is the box it comes in, and just 2 spare propellers there, but I don't think that's a problem anymore. I think you can get these props. I think they are widely available, should I say. But yeah, very nice, efficient and quiet prop. The things that have changed, obviously, the camera. So the camera is the Runcam Racer 5, I think it is called. Gosh, how many versions of these have they got now? And I can see like a little connector for a controller board. Doesn't come with a controller board, so I'm going to stick with whatever settings are on there. Man, there's not much to quadcopters these days, so the all-in-one board there. Interestingly, this is the D8 version, and rather than it having a built-in SPI receiver, it's got a separate D8 receiver. I think you can get it with no RX or Crossfire or anything like that. Strange that there's the D8 option there. Don't like that the antenna just sort of comes out the back there. That could go into the props very easily. And then we've got the VTX, which is a TBS Pro 32 Nano. You can't see it very well here, but it does have a 3D printed mount. I've never been a big fan of TBS VTXs, if I'm honest, but I've never tried this one out. It does up to 400 milliwatt, which is a welcome addition to an EMAX product, because I was expecting 200 milliwatt on there. They don't like to put powerful VTXs on their models, so the HD version in terms of range was always going to outdo that, but 400 milliwatts is pretty good. You will have to unlock it. These things are an absolute pain to unlock. There's a little hole there, and you can get sort of like a pin through. There's a sequence of flashing lights. You have to hold that down for 30 seconds. You have to be in the, is it the channel menu? I've never got it to work, but I believe we can now unlock this from the Betaflight on-screen display, so I'll have a go at that. Still got the glass panel underneath, or plastic panel, whatever, to protect it from water. It's something that's worked really well there. You got a anti-slip mat. However, you'll notice this is an iFlight battery strap, and that's because the EMAX battery strap they give you is far too long for anything on this model. Perhaps you could, you'd be sticking a big Lion on there, but 850 milliamp 4S battery, which I fly, won't wrap around it. And if you cut some of this material off, it all frays. So I just thought I would go straight for switching out the strap. Sorry, EMAX iFlight one was the only one that I could find to go for the weight. It's 119 grams without a battery, and 850 milliamp 4S, 217 grams. So you could get it under 250 with like a naked GoPro perhaps, but it's going to be close, isn't it? Some of those naked GoPros, 30 grams. And yeah, it's just about right, isn't it, to get under 250. But yeah, anytime you've seen Cadex Peanut footage on my channel or Insta360 Go 2, I made a mount, and it just gets superb footage. Props out of shot, very nice for freestyle, very nice for flight time. Let's talk a little bit about Betaflight. Got version 4.2 on there. EMAX say never to touch Betaflight other than binding it to your model. You can actually do that in this case. All I had to change was the arming angle. That was set to 80 for safety. I set that to 180 in case you get stuck in a tree. These gaps here, they love to get stuck into twigs and things like that, so change that to 180. Change the battery voltage warning, just stock Betaflight. Took Horizon out there as a mode, and took out flip over after crash. I think maybe it would, but it's not worth it. They had the RSSI for this receiver on auxiliary 5, but then didn't put the RSSI value on the on-screen display. It's probably because it's never going to show a good number, usually like in the 30s and 40s, but it carries on flying, so perhaps it's not of any use to have the RSSI number from this particular receiver. It didn't have any rates in there, stock Betaflight rates as well. Usually they put some rates in there, but it did have the PIDs, obviously. 2 PID profiles, I'm guessing. 1 for without a GoPro and 1 with a GoPro. You can carry a full GoPro on here, but personally I would go for naked GoPro or Cadex Peanut. It would have been nice if there was like one of those included leads that goes to a naked GoPro, but you can fit that yourself. I did that with the HD one, of course. Linear antenna, I'm not like a huge fan of on a freestyle model. It'll be fine as long as you get like a good combination on your goggles, such as like the Menace Bandicoot, which is 4 linear, and then an Invader antenna to get the best out of that. But really, I think if I was building one of these myself, it would be a circular polarized antenna and a little bit longer, so it's not covered by the battery. Very much unlike EMAX, don't get much in the box, so you don't get a battery. You get screws for the props, you get this thing here for the manuals. I really struggled to find the manuals. They are out there, but like you can't just Google them, so that's why we've got these QR codes for that. Alrighty, let's go for a line of sight flight with this guy. That receiver antenna is getting far too close to the props for my liking, but what can you do? This thing feels so lightweight when you pick it up with your hands. It's quite incredible, really. So just in angle mode here. Let's go for acro. Hopefully the camera will pick something up. We've got interesting lighting conditions here. Lots of leaves because it's autumn. Yeah, really quiet. 850 milliamp 4S GMB battery. A little bit puffed, it has to be said. Let's go for a punch out. Oh yeah. What seems like unlimited power. Not hearing any tuning issues from the line of sight. No flutters or anything like that. It's a very quiet machine though. See if we can blow some of these leaves away, huh? Very enjoyable to fly line of sight. Just so quiet, unbelievably quiet. Which is what you want really from, well, anything, unless you like making a noise. It's good to make a noise sometimes. Oh yeah. It's a great size, this one, the 3.5 inch. Who'd have thunk it, but perfect size really for something in the middle between, you know, the micro size and the 5-inch freestyle. You know, 3-inch, I've always been a fan of 3-inch, but I think I prefer the 3.5 inch, you know, for freestyle anyways, or for getting, you know, good video footage. And also the flight time, that's something that always impressed me with this model, you know, with the HD version. The flight time, very versatile. You can cruise with a Lion and get, you know, 20-minute flight time. You can, you know, cruise with a LiPo and get 7 minutes and above flight time with this size battery. And then you can go crazy with it if you want as well, and get a better flight time than a 5-inch model. So you know, there's no downsides really. It's so lightweight, floaty, quiet, but it's got the power there if you need it, which, perfect, man, perfect. Let's bring it in for a landing. Okay, so here we are through the goggles, and it looks like pit mode is on. Barely getting any signal, so let's go into the VTX here. Let's turn that off. Race band 4. It should go up to 400, but it's going to be locked, I think. There we go. I'll turn that off. Let's see if we change the mode to free. See if that unlocks it. I don't know if that works. Oh, it is such a pain to unlock the power of this VTX, man. Alrighty, let's give this a go. FPV, I'm seeing some noise through to the video feed there on 400 milliwatts. Let's just go into VTX and change that to 25. See if that goes away. Oh, it does go away. Now that's interesting. So, more noise there, the higher the power output. I'm not sure that's going to show through to the DVR, but oh, watch out for that, man, because I imagine a lot of people didn't bother to unlock the VTX. So 400 set, yes, Yes, look at all, wow. Okay, you might not see this through the DVR, but lots more noise on 400 milliwatt than 100 milliwatt, so not much difference between 100 milliwatt and 25. So let's go back there, save and exit, save and exit. Alrighty, FPV. Oh, that's better. So yeah, that's something to watch out for. You're gonna get noise on full power. I've seen a bit of noise anyway. I've seen a little bit of ripple across the video there. I think I've become extremely picky with analog since the HD FPV stuff. But you know what? I retract that statement. Clean video was always important to me. But anyways, the tune's nice, feels nice and floaty, nice and snappy. Which you would expect from EMAX. I'm gonna say something unpopular here, man. I've always found TBS VTX is noisy. A Diatone, they used to like get like a noise board to take that noise out. And everyone's going to be saying, stop complaining, I can't see anything through the DVR. But the DVR does not record as good a quality as I see through these goggles here. So let me just show you what I mean. So if we go into features, VTX, power 400, so yes, back, oh, so many menus, another menu, yeah, this, so unlocking it worked, but I'm seeing some grey lines across the screen with that extra power. And that's important to me, man. Getting clean video, even on analog, I don't know. Just really bothers me when you got like lines across the screen. It's not bad. I seem like way worse, you know. Anyways, let's see what the voltage is doing. So we're like 2 minutes in. 15 volts is good, but I'm gonna guess on full throttle we're gonna see some voltage sag into the 13s. Oh, it's flashing. So if you don't want to destroy your batteries, it might be worth sticking a throttle limit on there. Oh, I should have stuck the throttle percentage actually on the screen so we could see at what point that voltage gets dangerous for the battery. 14 volts there. I feel like it's about 65%, 65-70, you know. But that noise is bothering me. It is bothering me. Let's see if we can get rid of it altogether at 25 milliwatt, you know. Let's go features, VTX, power 25 set, yes. Back, save and exit again. I think I collected up a leaf there. Better, but I'm still seeing lines across the screen with a little bit of power. We're 120 meters there and 25 milliwatt. Yeah, it's getting a little grainy. Oh, 12 volts. That's not fun. So yeah, that would really be my complaint of this one, is noise on the video, which seems to decrease as you decrease the power. I'm at 25 milliwatts here, and still a little bit of noise across there, but I'm so spoilt with the HD video. Maybe that kind of thing was always there, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. The tune is nice, and yeah, just like the HD version, but there is some noise on that video. So, and look at that though, we can, like, I've been giving it a bit of death, and this battery is for sure spent. It's had seen better days, but we can cruise, and you know, the voltage goes up to 14 volts, and we are 5 minutes in. Get like a 7-minute flight time, I would say, easily on a decent battery. You know, sort of like mixed flying styles. But I think that's it. I think it's time to come in. So there you go. That is my video on the Babyhawk 2 Analog Edition. If you like what you see and want to buy one, I'll put a link in the video description as well as a pinned comment. It's coming up to 5.5 minute flight time there, so I'm going to bring it in for a landing to save this battery. So, as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers!